Okay, so why don't we get started on just a few tips for successful group work and working with others. Most of you have probably had to do a significant amount of group work either at school or through your jobs. So this is probably a review, but just a good thing to keep in mind. So the number one most important thing is to be encouraging of everyone around you. Everyone's going to come into this class with different levels of skills and different sets of experience. That means that we have to learn to respect one another. Some people might not know where Hawaii is. Some people might not know how the seasons work. Some people might know both of those things. So making sure that giving everyone a chance to contribute, and when people do contribute, be encouraging of those other people, that helps create a really positive space. So positive language that I want to see on the discussion board, things like thanks, or that's awesome, or nice thoughts. Online communication can be really tricky. It's one of the reasons I'm doing videos right now. I, for example, come off as really weird and sarcastic, even when I'm not being in my writing. So one of the things that can help you, because you don't have a video to communicate with your other group members, is to use emojis. Emojis will help convey what you're feeling to your group members. This can help, especially with really, really short statements. Sometimes those can accidentally come off as angry or aggressive, even when you really didn't mean it that way. So emojis can help clarify that. Now, be inclusive. Try to encourage everyone to participate. And for some people, it's a really hard thing not to do, but try not to try to make don't worry about your journal being absolutely perfect. It's more important that everyone makes a serious contribution. One person making it perfect is not what we want. We want everyone throwing in ideas and bringing it together. If you've answered a whole bunch of the questions on the discussion board by yourself, don't be afraid to sit back for a day or two and let others try and answer the questions as well. You might simply know these off the top of your head better. You're also welcome to send to other group members a private message to encourage them to participate in the discussion. And remember, sometimes shy and lazy look the same, especially online where you can't see a person's facial expressions. So sometimes people might not be participating, not because they're lazy, but simply because they're nervous about participation. So try to be encouraging of those people, particularly when they do participate. Say, hey, it's great to meet you, or I can't wait to learn more about you or hear your thoughts on this. Now, on the other side of that, don't be an enabler. If somebody isn't doing any of their work, hold them responsible. So everybody in your group needs to do their part. And don't be afraid to talk to me about it. So if somebody really seems to be slacking, then don't be afraid to say, hey, Chris, or hey, Dr. Eby, could you talk to this person? We'd like to see them contribute more in the discussion. And remember, don't freak out too much, because in this class, they're not going to get the points for the journal group, the group journal, unless they actually participate in the discussion. So that's actually how I'm using the discussion board. You're not getting graded on the discussion per se. So don't be afraid of wrong answers. Wrong answers, if they're well thought out wrong answers, are awesome. They can teach us just as much as right answers. But if someone's not involved in the discussion, then they're not going to get any points. And involved means more than yeah, no, sure, those kinds of one-word responses. And finally, try and be the cheerful one. Be positive, be fun, be appreciative, be full of good ideas. It's very easy for one negative person to start bringing down the energy. Don't be that negative person. If there's a problem, don't be afraid to talk to me or email me. But overall, try to spread a good attitude, because good attitudes are definitely catching. So remember, everyone has a responsibility to make an environment a good one. And I hope this gives you some pointers on how to be more encouraging of others in your group.